Hello everybody, welcome to a bit of a fun little let's build here today for 3 Beyblades. Yeah, if you already seen the thumbnail and stuff like that, we're talking about the super deck. Look at this. It's actually really big for this whole setup. Like, this is actually a pretty big package. But this guy comes with 3 awesome Beyblades here. So we got a version of Pegasus, but this one's on a 85 rubber plat. Now this isn't, was it the standard version of Pegasus? I don't think any of these guys are like the standard versions of themselves, but overall still pretty cool. I do like this combo. It's pre-hybrid as well, which is really awesome. Super excited to have a pre-hybrid Pegasus, especially in this blue color here. Like, super nice overall, even though I know this paint's gonna chip off once I start using it in battle, but oh well. Besides that, we have Libra here, who also looks amazing. I love this like green and purple aesthetic going on here. And then of course we do have the final guy here, which is Burn Cancer, who looks amazing. I don't know why they went with the cancer motif, to be honest. I feel like they should have gone for, what is it? Just kept it like as Phoenix or whatever, but oh well. I mean, this orange and blue aesthetic's really nice looking, so I'm not going to complain about it. So, yeah. Overall, not bad with any of these guys. And of course, we have all their like tracks and stuff like that. So the whole point of this set is to give out like a bunch of good parts. I don't know how many of these parts are actually that good or not. I know Rubber Flat's pretty good. And I know the little, like, wide defense tip around here is actually pretty good, so I'm kind of curious to see how this all works out. By the way, that Beyblade tool, like, right there looks amazing. I'm hoping this actually works really well, because that is so sick to see that. And on the back here, it talks about what you can use for this to actually make the better combos. So, for example, here, it's talking about all the pieces here, to, like, where to get each one from like, each set. So, yeah, pretty cool there. Besides that, the next one over is talking about a Pegasus combo that you can use. So this one's using Burn with like Unicorno and like pre-hybrid Aquario and stuff like that. On this side, it's still using the metal bits from this set plus like the normal Pegasus and like I guess still Burn, which is kind of weird to think about that. And then the final one is actually using a version of Medio El Draco on this sort of like wide tip here, which is actually pretty cool. Out of all these combos that they probably showed off here, I probably would have used this one here, because that would have like had like a good chance of doing life after death. So not bad to be honest. But for the set, I'm just going to be building the guys like how they are pretty much. I don't know if this is new or old or used or whatever. I don't think it was ever used. There's a chance it has been used, don't get me wrong. Yeah, there's like one piece of tape left over. Let's get rid of that one piece of tape, you know? Gonna throw my sputter in there. My sputter's just gonna go nice and slide on through. And bam, look at that. So there's our kind of main attraction. Fun fact about this, if you wanting stickers out of this set, just open up this flap here and you'll get some cool stickers. So yeah, you got a bunch of cool stickers in there. I'm probably not going to use any of these because one, Libra is printed, and the Cancer and Pegasus bits I actually kind of want to reuse a bunch of times. And the whole point of those bits is like they come apart or whatever. So I probably won't be using any of these stickers, and you got the instructions in the back there too. There is no launcher in this set, so if you do not have a Metal Fight launcher, I'd probably recommend looking into a different set, or just buying one separately, to be honest. That's what I did, to be honest. I went and bought one like separately a while back, because I wanted a string launcher. Whee! Let's see, can this... Oh! First part, I wanted to take a look at... Okay, there we go. There's our thing coming apart there. And, let's see. Oh, yeah, look at that Pegasus wheel. Oh, I love this pre-hybrid Pegasus wheel. Seriously, like, one of my favorite designs. Like, I love the weird, like, blue aesthetic here and everything. I feel like this matches Pegasus more than what the official one is. The official one's supposed to be, what was it? I think these are supposed to be gray, while the center is blue. That also sort of works. I'm just not a fan of it as much. I also like the black version of this concept as well. But yeah, pretty cool overall. Now, here's what I wanted to talk about before we kind of get into things here. Is, yeah, this piece here, this is the metal face bolt. It actually can come apart. So if we look at that, you can actually take it apart in some sense and kind of use it in whatever way. So this one is like a metal face bolt, has like the most weight to it, which is pretty cool. But if you wanted to make it a little bit lighter for your combo, you could take this one over here and also do the same, where you can take that apart and set that up pretty nicely. Pretty cool overall. I like that whole gimmick there. So let's say if you wanted the center to be metal instead of just like pure plastic or whatever, you can easily get away with doing that. So there we go. There's our kind of combo set there. Pretty nice overall. I don't know how well this would work overall, but I do appreciate that there is like sort of like the whole metal aesthetic to it, and the idea that this outer piece is actually plastic, but you can still see the metal tubing inside there. Overall, not bad, not bad. I'm going to keep them, like I said, standard for at least this video here. Because, you know, we're going to check out these combos, see if they're actually worthwhile. And these only go in one direction, by the way. These actually have like a little circular indent in there. So there's no mixing them up in this one. So there we go. Do that. Probably actually see the circular indent a little bit better on this one here. But yeah, not too bad. I do like that concept. If just in case you want to diversify your weight, you can do that. I really remember this piece from like the anime, where in the anime, what was it? Madoka gives Kenta, there you go. Where Madoka gives Kenta a metal faceplate for Flash Sagittario, which is actually pretty cool. I do like that whole sort of thing. I guess that's more of an anime accurate version of that concept. I don't know how well the anime kept up with that accuracy, but yeah, it does use a metal face bolt for that. Okay, let's bring out Libra here, which actually does have a printed face on here, which is actually pretty cool. I do like that they did that. This is not usually that common for Japanese releases, so it's kind of cool to see this. Overall, this is actually a pretty hefty wheel, so I'm kind of curious to see how its abilities are as a defense type would be. And of course, let's look at the burn wheel, the only fusion wheel they gave us. Or the only pre-hybrid, I guess, or not pre-hybrid, the only hybrid wheel they gave us. Yeah, this one actually has the whole little clear wheel concept at the top here. There you go, separate clear wheel. The rest of these are from the pre-hybrid series, so of course they don't have the whole clear wheel gimmick, which is kind of crazy to look at, isn't it? See like how the beginning of the series started. Now, to be honest, we only saw these guys in the manga. Heck, we didn't even see like Libra in the manga. Because I think by the time Libra came around is when they were using, the hybrid wheel system already. But it's cool that they did make some, like, extras of these guys. And, of course, we did see Pegasus, but this is not the color you saw him in the manga. Well, at least, like, the cover of the manga. Now, of course, we got our tracks here. We got a low track. A bit more of a... Let's see, I guess I probably should look at the packaging here, because I don't remember the names of any of these things. So yeah, so this is a 85 track, pretty cool overall. And this one here, because I am horrible at remembering track names, so this one is being called for super low. This one is low, but not like too crazy. This is like a 100 track. And of course our next one here is, what was it? Another super low track, so kind of pretty cool that they get to keep up with all these here. I'm going to try keeping these like sorta in order because the blues are very similar. And of course we do have our tips here. We got the sort of wide defense type here. So here's our wide defense tip. Overall not too bad. And then the next one over is actually, looks like more of a bit of a stamina, isn't it? Nope, it's actually defense supposedly. Huh, really? That kind of surprises me. So there's 2 defense tips in here. That's kind of interesting. Which I'm fine with. I'm actually very much in the market for more defense tips, so I'll take that. And of course we got a nice rubber flatic here, which I just did a video on Storm Pegasus, and got this one recently, and I'm excited to have another one in the set. And then besides that, we have this tool at the bottom here, which I suspect these little holes here are meant to kind of like hold in your like face bolts here. So yeah, there you go. You can hold in your face bolts so that you can do whatever you need with them. Pretty cool little concept there. I guess if you needed to like swap out your face bolts for whatever battles, you can quickly do that with this tool. And then besides that is a kind of a regular tool overall. So we do have the bottom here, which is much more so like that open sense there. But the cool part is the bottom, instead of just having like the one flat edge, or the two flat edges here, it actually is completely open, or completely like shaped to the face bolts. And I do like that this one is a lot more grabbing room, so I'm hoping this one actually works a little bit better than like the standards. So we're going to start getting into this. We're going to first do Pegasus, because we know why not. It's super exciting to have this guy finally in the set, so I'm going to build him first, because this is like one of those ones I've been excited about. So there you go, got the track on there. And of course we're just going to sort of twist him in a little bit. Now I'm going to see how well this tool works, because I feel like it might have some issues being that kind of like wide a little bit there. Oh, nope, that actually worked really well. I do like that there is actually like an extra push now with this little lever here, so super excited about that. And then of course we're going to take the basic like sort of spin track here. And pretty much how the spin track works, I know some people already know this, but there is a little lines here, and then on the tip itself there's also little lines that go lower than those ones, and it just kind of lets it slide into place and lock in. So you just want to flip this over to the circular bit here and just get that nice little turn in. And there we go. There is our boy Pegasus. Ooh, look at that. So exciting. I do like the little bit of heft this guy gets for like the little metal core here. So I'm kind of curious to see how he would actually do against some of the opponents I will put him against in this video. Besides that, we have Mr. Libra here. So we're going to take our sort of pieces here. Now it is kind of interesting that most of these combos are pretty low. I mean, I guess they're not really going towards like any stamina typings, but yeah, it's kind of interesting to see all the stuff there. So we're going to do a little bit of a twist in there, but then we're going to open this up here and just give him a little twisty right into that. Look at that. Ooh, man, I love the yellow and green aesthetic. Ooh, this is going to be a nice one here. I do like that they did sort of keep... I don't know. I need to look into see what, like, if hybrid Libra was actually much more of a stamina type or not. Actually, I don't even know if this guy came in any other sets, so this actually might be his base combo. Overall, looks super nice. I do love this sort of aesthetic here that they kind of went for. Now, Pegasus, I think, does kind of, like, rule over them in this sort of way, because the whole blue aesthetic they went with this guy is so unmatched. But I'm not going to, like, lie. I do really like the look of Libra in this set, too. Now let's actually look at the guy in the set that I probably was least hyped for. But you never know. Let's see how well and awesome he turns out to be in this. He does have another low track, which is super exciting for me. I do like the idea that most of these are going to be, like, super low. Because I own a lot of, like, 0G type dudes. So it's going to be actually pretty awesome to finally have some that are pretty small compared to like the ones I kind of have going on for me right now. Oop. Okay, so I'm gonna probably give it a little twist before popping it in there. Let's see. Oop. Okay, there we go. That is in there nicely. So we're gonna plop that in. Well, probably should have plopped in the other part first, and then plopped in this top piece here. You know, you gotta give it a little twist, you know, a little twist-a-roos. And get that all in there. We're gonna give this tool a little, like, twist for it as well. Which, ooh, that blue and orange aesthetic. Ooh, I don't know. That actually might, like, win me over a little bit. Oh, yeah, I need to flip this over. Whoop. This tool will totally be used again. Wow, that replaces that one so quickly. I mean, look at that. The size difference right there. So, yeah, this is going to be part of, like, the new, like, just chilling over here, like, side of the segment here, because, wow, that is so much nicer than I was expecting it to be. Like, I like the idea that I can, like, place face bolts and stuff in here. That is really cool. Like, I kind of like that. Overall, this guy actually looks pretty cool, too. Wow, I'm kind of surprised. So, this is Burn Cancer 90YW. Overall, pretty interesting. You do have the cancer wheel and then the burn wheel. And then you get the little basic ones there. That's how the naming configuration is done for these guys, by the way. This part is like the first part of the name, and then this part here is the second part for the hybrid series. For the other guys here, they don't have that, so they actually just get basic names. So this one's just Libra, 100. Was it defense pretty much? Overall, not bad. And then this one's just Pegasus on rubber flat, 85 rubber flat. So that's actually pretty cool. Now, overall, I will commend the overly bright and colorful decks here. Seriously, all these guys look amazing. So that's pretty awesome to see. But of course, we now have to actually take them and put them in the battlefield. So we're gonna take these guys and kind of battle them out, because, you know, why not? I think all these are kind of right spin types, aren't they? Ooh. Actually, no, he's going to be a right spin, yeah. He's going to see the wall bear stoppers. I don't think any of these are left spinning in any way, so yeah, these are all right spin guys. So yeah, let's take them out to the field and have them duke it out. Well, I shouldn't be surprised by the pre-hybrids not being left spin. Only, like, El Drago was, like, left spin and, like, pre-hybrid. That's what made him so unique and awesome. But we will actually get to face him against an El Drago and see how well that works out. Besides that, Burn Cancer will be awesome to see how he fights against some of the guys I have as well. And of course, we are going to do these guys against each other and see which one kind of outperforms which one. But for right now, we got to go to a screen transition, because we got to go to the battle segment. Hello everybody, welcome to the next little battle segment here for the Super Deck video here. So we are at the stadium here. This is just a basic burr stadium. It's kind of like a BB10, so I'm like, I figured it'd be fine for this. Besides that, we're going to start doing some battles with these guys here. So, as you know, we just built all these guys just a few seconds ago. All set and ready. I am going to be using some string launchers. I have 2 of them here. So, using some right spin string launchers, and I figured we will do some battles against all of them. So I figured we'll do, like, a comparison between each of these guys here. We'll give them, like, 3 chances or whatever. So, we'll probably do Pegasus, and then start off with, like, Burn Cancer here, and see which one sort of wins that fight. Give them, like, each, like, a chance of 3 or whatever. Get them all set up. And since we're doing Pegasus first, we'll give him, like, the first launch. And that is first point to Burn Cancer there. Grab Pegasus over. Overall, still very nice. That was just, like, 1 strong hit, though. So not that shocking. So we're going to try that again. And of course, this time we're going to try for a little bit of a tilt with Pegasus. Well, my tilt's not that good, so oops on that. As you see there, Burn stays pretty much to the center, kind of conserving his stamina pretty nice and well. And I saw with that last thing, his defensive capabilities were very nice. And overall, I do really enjoy these, like, sort of color matching ways here with these guys. Let's see. I might tilt the stadium slightly. Oh, there we go. Got our first few hits. Nice. And ooh. That's another sort of going for Pegasus. We're going to tilt the turn of the stadium this way to give a little bit more action there. Try keeping it a bit in the center. Doing this at an angle, which is not great for me. But, yeah, so, of course, do this again. This time around, we're going to launch Burn Cancer first. And there we go, got a nice tilt, and that actually gave Pegasus the win that time around. So, overall, not bad. The defensive capabilities of Burn Cancer are actually really good and strong, so... this one kind of goes forward for right now, that we will use Pegasus again in just a second for the Libra fights. But we're going to move on with Burn Cancer against Libra to see which one wins. Do this. Oh, there we go. Got some nice strong hits there. Now, these are both more kind of a stamina defense mix here, so there's not going to be as much of crazy movement going on right now. I see there's just a lot of tiny hits. A lot of tiny hits. I do appreciate the look of Libra, though. Ooh. Libra and Burn Cancer look amazing. I was not expecting the colorways to, like, look so majestic. I was like, dang. Wow. That's kind of a bit of a slower battle, which is kind of surprising to me. Usually defense types are a bit more active, but I guess that makes sense overall. Let's see. Ooh. Libra looks like it might be taking the win here. But both of them are kind of wobbling now, so let's see. It's a bit of a slower fight there. And Libra wins that first round. So we're going to go again. This time I'm going to launch Libra in first. There you go, a lot more impactful hits that time around. I don't think this is more of a kind of knockout battle. I think it's more of a stamina battle with these two. I see there a lot of just slow hits and a lot of recoil going on there, which is pretty cool to see. Let's see more of those little basic hits there. A few more of them hits. And of course both of them do sit pretty low, so nothing too crazy. Since like one half of the set is pretty much defense, it actually works out pretty nicely, I guess, for this sense. I am kind of curious to put them up against some other types I have to see how that will all work out, but I guess we'll find out in just a little bit how that works out for them. Oh, it's happening. I want to say that win would have gone to Burn Cancer, but I might put that as a tie right now. So we're going to try that launch again. So we're going to do these two again. I'll probably give that win to Burn Cancer that time, because I think he was the last one, but yeah. And there we go, first immediate impact right there. Ooh, wow, there's a lot of impacts that time around. And you saw there, he did actually ride the ledge there, so that win goes to Libra. So that does give Libra the advantage there. And of course, for this sort of final round between these guys, we're going to do Libra against Pegasus and see how these guys work out against each other. Gonna set up Pegasus, and I'm gonna do Libra. So Libra might be the strongest out of the set currently. Now, I didn't do a tilt launch that time around, so I guess we'll see how that works out for him. See if that gives us any sort of advantage going on there. See if that gives a nice little charged up hit or whatever. For next round, we'll do a tilted launch. See how that works out. But yeah, currently Libra has the more advantage there going. But as you see there, well, Pegasus burnt out his stamina very quickly there. So we're going to try a bit of a tilted launch and hope that works out for our boy Pegasus. Go for the... And there we go. Did a bit of a tilted launch because it's more of a flower pattern. And that actually gave Pegasus the advantage that time around to knock him out. So we're going to try that again. Though with Pegasus as the first starting tilt. See, there we go. Pegasus is getting those nice hits, but since the wall stopped him from popping on out, he kind of burns through his stamina kind of quickly, sadly. And Libra wins that round there. So overall, against all these guys, they seem pretty well off, I think. Now, of course, we are going to do a little bit of some random battles here, because One, we have our boy Pegasus here, so you know what that means. He needs to go up against one of my favorites, the original pre-hybrid Eldrago. So we're going to have him go against that, and probably have him go against some of these guys as well, to see how they do against left spinning. Probably do like one round of it or whatever. So set up the left spin string launcher. Get the right spin one all set up. I'm going to launch out Pegasus. I'm going to try that again with a bit more of a less tilt there. And that win immediately went to Pegasus that time around. We'll try one more win, because that was kind of a quick battle there. I wasn't expecting that to kind of burn through so quickly. This time around, we're probably just going to go for a straight launch, see how that works against Eldrago. And there you go, first two immediate hits. Overall, the extra weight that is given to Pegasus by his face bolt does seem to actually be helping him out a lot. Though his stamina seems to not be going as great for him. Let's see. It's now just a battle of endurance. None of them have the strength. And yep, overall, kind of an equal matchup, I say. I'm going to do one more round, probably. Just to kind of get it out of the way. I don't know. You gotta have fun with these anime sort of battles. And as you saw there, Pegasus immediately took him down. So, kind of cool to see that. We're going to go for Libra against Eldrago. Probably just do one round of this, because I don't want to kind of keep this video going on for too long. But, yeah, let's see. So let's see, stamina against the left spin powers there. Seems to be doing a pretty nice overall. Seems like Libra does have a bit of the advantage there. A lot of the hits aren't really going too much against him. But yeah, not too bad for him. Not as much of a struggle this time around for the spin, sort of spin battle here. And since this is pre-hybrid, there's not really much of a spin steal ability. Now, of course, we're going to go for Burn Cancer. Go set this guy up here. Oh, let's see. He did grind a little bit towards the center there, but let's see if he still has the ability to get a bit of a knockout there. So let's see. Seems to be struggling with some of these defense types here for Eldrago. So this might be another sort of stamina type battle here. Now I am going to probably throw a stamina type in here next, just to kind of even out things and see how well that works out. And Burn Cancer won that round, so I'll put him to the side. And of course, we are going to take stamina typing here and see how well that kind of works out for our guy. So this is the Hasbro version of Phantom Orion, so that means he's a lot lighter weight than the official version, or the Takara Tomy version, I should say. Set him up pretty nicely there. And then, of course, get Burn Cancer going. It's all there. He got knocked out pretty quickly that time. So we're going to try that again. Do... That was another nice little immediate KO there. We're going to swap over to Libra here and see if he has a bit more of a... if he has as good of luck as Burn Cancer did there. I see. Doing pretty decently overall. A lot of nice solid hits going on there. Seems to be attacking a lot more of the track this time around. And of course we'll end off the video going with Storm Pegasus as kind of the final battle here. And seeing how well that works out. Let's see. And of course Libra won that round as nicely. Gonna move on to the next guy now. So, do this guy one more time. And of course we're gonna go for a bit of a tilt for Pegasus here. Now, of course, with Pegasus having that lower advantage, he does actually get a lot more of a chance to kind of hit the lower part of Phantom Orion here. So it does work out very nicely for him. And I'm going to call it for the video there. Hopefully y'all enjoyed our look at the Super Deck for Metal Fight Beyblade. This was fun really looking at all these guys. And awesome to have more guys for future videos and just for my own entertainment. But yeah, overall pretty nice. And if anyone's curious, the paint did actually hold up nicely. Now, of course, the paint probably will wear as time goes onwards, but I'm not too worried about it. I am super excited just to have these guys in the set. And there we go, look all nice. Of course, there you go. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So, thank you all for watching, and I'll see everyone next time. So hopefully y'all enjoyed this video. Bye-bye-bye!